Yo, guys, is that a ghost?
Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid.
Oh, really? Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come out on the water to you.
Come.
Whoa! You guys see this? I'm walking on the water to Jesus. Wait, hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Whoa. Lord, save me.
I think that if we're all being 100% honest with ourselves, we've all been like Peter. Every single one of us have been through something in our lives or currently going through something right now where we can't see how we're going to get out of it, and it feels like we're drowning. It feels like we're sinking, like we just can't get our head above the water. We believe in God and we trust God and we know that He's going to bring us out, and we even know that God is real. But still, we pay attention to everything that's going on around us, everything that we can see with our physical eyes. And then we begin to sink and panic and cry out for help when God is standing right there with us the whole entire time. That little skit I acted out is actually an iteration from the Bible of Matthew chapter 14, verse 22 through 33. And Jesus was walking on the water, and the disciples saw him walking on the water, and they were terrified because they thought it was a ghost. And of course, Peter, being who he was, the very outspoken one, he called out to Jesus and said, "If that's really you, then tell me to come and walk on the water to you. If it's really you, like, let me know something." So Jesus, being who he is, simply said, "Come." And when you read this passage, you notice that as long as Peter was focused on Jesus, he was walking on the water just like Jesus was. But as soon as Peter started to pay attention to his surroundings and everything that was going on around him, the wind, the waves, the storm, that is when Peter started to sink because he took his focus off of Jesus. The same thing happens in our lives when we pay attention to everything that's going on wrong in our lives. Might not have enough money in your life. Your relationship may have failed, or you may be in a relationship right now that is not going the way that you thought it was going to go, or you hoped that it would go. You might be working at a job that you're unhappy with. The business deal went sour that you were banking on that you just knew was going to go through the way it was supposed to. Your kids are acting up in school, or they're not doing right the way how you would hope that they would do. It's like everything that could go wrong is going wrong, and you see it, it's right in front of you, it's crystal clear, and you can't help but to focus on it. Kind of hard to focus on Jesus, who you can't see physically, when all of these things are going on around you that you can physically see right in front of your face, isn't it? And I know that because I go through things just like all of you. But the one thing that is factually true, and that will always remain, is that Jesus is always right there with you. Through any troubles, through any trials, any issues you may be having, Jesus never leaves you nor forsakes you. He's always with you. And as long as we hold true to that statement and we know that He is with us all the time, we also know that He's going to bring us out of it. And if He doesn't bring you out of it, He's going to bring you through it. God's got an amazing plan for your life. You're not here by accident, and you're not here just to live a mediocre life. Jesus said in His word that He came so that we could have life and have it to the full. In another translation, it says, so that we could have life more abundantly. That means that God doesn't want you to live a mundane, mediocre life. God wants you to live a life of abundance. Abundant in what, you ask? Everything in life. Your relationships, your finances, your family, your health, your mindset, your spirit. God wants you to have a life of abundance. Sometimes we will face challenges. Sometimes we will go through storms in our lives. But one thing that you can be rest assured on is that God is always with you in the storm. God is always right there in the boat with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. You have to know and believe and trust who God is in your life. God is a loving Father, and He wants nothing but the best for you because you're His child. And once you know these facts, you can start to approach God differently, you can talk to God differently, and you will have an even better relationship with God overall. God wants you to thrive in every single area of your life. Your relationships, your marriage, your children, your family, your finances, in your career, in your job, in your business. He wants you to thrive in everything. because you're a representation of him. You're his child. So understand that when you're going through the storms of life, I know they can be stressful. I know that sometimes they seem like they're never going to end. But as long as you keep your eyes on God, he will see you through to the other side. And if you start to sink at any moment, which Peter started to sink, Jesus is so merciful and gracious that he will reach his hand out to you so that you can take hold of him and he will pull you out of sinking waters. Trust and know that God is always here for you. He loves you and he cares for you. And he wants the absolute best for you. And the more you start to realize this about God, the closer you will start to grow to him. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you got something from it, and I hope that you receive it in your heart and in your spirit. If you could do me a huge favor and drop me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, help me get to 100,000 followers so I can get a silver Google Play button up on this plain, boring wall so we can celebrate together that we made it to 100K subscribers on this channel. And as usual, I love you guys. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.